I'm waiting for a meaty woo.
I'm waiting for you to woo so I don't...
Woo!
So I don't get scared.
All right. Late night here at Core Nutritional's headquarters, and it's time for Ask the Boss episode
29. Got it right.
Woo! I have a lot of zap in me. I had like a rounded scoop. It was probably not a good idea.
Do you have Monster Days?
I want to keep it level. No. Oh, I've been trying to cut down on the Monster thing. I'm waiting for the Red, White, and Boom to come out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Tasty Johnts.
You want to update them since you...
No.
Okay. All
Leave
right.
them in the dark.
All right.
Can we look at his shirt? This is a Derek Carver shirt. Pretty dope.
Love it.
Look at that. See the Never Big Enough? It's got a little American flag. It's like 82nd Airborne style. Derek Carver. Bullets and barbells. You can get it on the Merck Labs site. Little plug.
Old Navy.
Oh yeah, let's show them the meaty pants. Show them the stand up and show them the meaty
2 for
pants.
40.
Show them the meaty pants. Get in here.
People have been asking. It's just Old Navy, guys.
Old Navy, 2 for 40.
Right?
Look at that.
Do I need to turn around, Bob?
Yeah.
How's that?
Zoom and focus action on that.
Look at that. Ooh.
Look at that. Look, still meaty thighs. Still
Oh.
got it. Still got it.
All right.
All right, ask the boss. Let's roll.
You ready?
How many we have?
Oh, there's a few in here. Some of them are repetitive. Speaking of repetitive, a lot of people are asking. This picture is just leading everyone to ask when Douglas is getting on stage again.
Did they
when
say
will
Douglas?
it be? This was Marissa.
Did she say Douglas?
Yeah, she did. She said
Wow,
Douglas.
it's going viral. Hashtag Douglas.
Douglas, yeah, Mr. Douglas.
All
right.
I don't know, man. I'd be lying to say that I haven't been. I'd be lying to say that I haven't been thinking about it. You can get that double negative?
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. So I've been thinking about it, but it is such a selfish sport. I would like to say I could just do it and just kind of roll with it, maybe start a little cut and then see how it goes. But I can't do that. I gotta go all in, from day one. So it would be a decision that I'd have to make with Steph to see if we could fit it into everything we got going on. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll come back when I'm 40. Come back for Masters Nationals or something like that.
Teddy goes, hashtag do you even ginormous, bro.
Teddy.
Yeah.
Teddy's great.
Teddy Grams. All right. Chris Brumman wants to know, is there any plans or a timetable when Core Nutritionals and or America Labs will be sold in natural body stores in New York?
Ooh, that's a good question.
We responded.
We did respond?
Yeah, just an hour ago. I just remembered. I remembered to do it.
No, Natural Bodies is a great store in New York. We have a couple other retail partners in New York City, but we don't move a ton through New York City. That's an account that we would like to sit down and talk with because just in watching their videos on Instagram and whatnot, they seem to be very educated, very knowledgeable, and those are the retailers we like to work with, that we like to grow with. Those are the ones we do the best with. And they do the best with us because it is a brand that once you can educate your consumer, they really see the value in what we're doing. And so I think they would be a great partner, but that's something we'd have to sit down with the owner and the GM of their stores. But I think they got a pretty good thing going. So, hats off to them. We are on the retail side of things too, so we see a lot of bad retailers and then we know when we see a good one. So, I think they would be a good partner, but that's something that you and I will have to work on, Meaty.
Yep. And we're working on it, Chris. In time.
Well, to you, Chris, I would say go into the store. This is what you can do any retailer you want to get in. Go into the store and tell them you want them to carry our products. I mean, that's huge. That's a huge help for us. So whether it's a GNC or a Vitamin Shop, which, to be honest with you, I don't think we're ever going to partner with GNC, but I don't want to rule that out necessarily. We did that once, and it was not a good relationship for us, but it's not to say it couldn't happen in the future. But go into the retailers that you want to see our products in, and tell them you to get Core and Merck in there,
and tell them why.
Right.
Wes Simmons Bodybuilding says LOL at the fact that people think Doug is natural. So there's your troll for the post.
Cool.
All right, so let's get into some good questions here. So Rocco Papelia, what makes a good personal trainer?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Did you ever personal train?
I did not ever personal train.
Steph did.
Steph was a phenomenal personal trainer.
So what made Steph so good?
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, a lot of the personal trainers out there, I don't see pushing their clients, right? Because you're only with them, at most maybe 3 times a week. So you need to maximize that hour. I think a lot of times they are spending time, and sure, you need the corrective exercises. You got to make sure they're doing things right. But once you get to a certain level of like capabilities in the gym and you have your form down decently, you should be getting your ass kicked. And if you're not getting your ass kicked, then like, what's the point of having that personal trainer there to push you? And Steph would just beat the crap out of her clients. And those were her favorite clients to train, the ones that would actually be done and be totally drenched in sweat and just totally beat up and just, those were the fun ones, and those are the ones that saw, the best results. So honestly, you should have a trainer that is pushing you. That's why you have a trainer, to go outside your comfort zone. So I think that's really important. Besides the basics of learning how to do the exercises, I think that's a really big thing. And to be honest with you, that's my number one thing for what makes a great personal trainer. Experience themselves. Like, your personal trainer really needs to have kind of lived the lifestyle. If your trainer is a fat, out of shape slob, clearly they don't push themselves. Clearly they don't have the basics down, and they're not living the lifestyle. So honestly, you should look for somebody who looks the part. Not to say that just because you look the part, you're going to be a good trainer, but that is something that a good trainer should have. And the other thing is, you have to have a good personality as a personal trainer. That's just not something that you would necessarily look for in a trainer, but I know Steph was very successful because she would just be like a sounding board for these people. So at the same time, talking, chatting, listening to their problems, because half the time she was like a psychologist in all of this, right? She was still pushing them. So have them be able to have that conversation, but at the same time beat their ass.
Yeah, being able to balance them, talking to you and using you as a sounding board, but also pushing them at the same time. It's hard to do. Yeah. Because I remember sometimes when I was training, the session would just be nothing because they wouldn't stop talking. Yeah. So
I really think that the trainers that I see, really, there's 1 in 5 that are decent. To be honest with you, that's just the way it is.
And honestly,
it's a low barrier to entry to get into that position, right?
Yeah.
You can get a weekend course, you can get your certificate, you can start doing it. So you really need to do your research, get references when you're looking for a personal trainer.
Cool, I like that question.
I don't know if that question was from that, they're a personal training because they want to be a good personal trainer, or they're looking for a personal trainer. So.
Yeah, and it said personal trainer, it didn't say coaching.
Right.
So
yeah,
I think we're good. Kim Broski, what do you have? Do you have to have size to be a hard competitive in Classic? Do you have to have size to be competitive in Classic? I don't know. Size or hard, or be hard. Looking to do my first novice and possibly open December 2nd.
You need to have size, the maximum size that you can for your Classic division. Because remember, Classic is based on weight and height.
Yeah.
So for a given height, you can only be so big, right? So yes, you want to maximize your size for the division you're in. But yeah, at the end of the day, it's the hardness that wins shows. That's what makes you look gnarly. You can look tiny in clothes. It's that really grainy hardness. Even in the Classic where your glutes are covered up, those guys that are winning the best shows, they have shredded glutes for sure. So, a lot of guys think, oh, I'm going to cover my glutes, I don't need to get ripped, but they're not lean enough.
All right. Eager in action. Any plans to expand in Canada? Working on...
Yeah, we're working on something, yes, in Ontario. There are just a lot of kind of barriers to entry in Canada. There's a lot of strict limits on different ingredients, and every product has to be basically certified with their FDA type of thing. You actually have to get approval for every single product. And it's an expensive and long process. So ABC has been through that process. So the one you'll see first is going to be, in widespread distribution would be ABC for sure. And that's our number one product. That's our flagship product. So,
all right.
Speaking of which, should we talk about the 2 new flavors?
We should, but you should have,
no,
warned me, because I could have brought them up here and
go get them, meat. All right, 2 new flavors. Crystal Star Candy. Boom. Look at that. Starburst, basically. People are saying this is our best flavor yet. Now, we have, 13 flavors now?
Yeah, if you count this as a flavor.
It's delicious. It's almost too sweet for me.
It's not.
It's ridiculously good.
It's so good.
But the coolest label, so I think. Look at that. And if you'll notice on our newest products, they have a different feel. They have like a gummy, really cool, even softer touch than before. Like, it's really like sticky almost. It's pretty sweet. Feel that?
Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say sticky though.
Feels good. How's yours feel?
Just feels like you.
Feels nice.
Yeah,
it's really good.
Yeah. So would you call ABC Natural the 13th flavor?
13th flavor, ABC Natural. So this is an extension of the ABC line. So we got rid of the sucralose and the Ace K, and we're using monk fruit and stevia. So there's been a pretty big demand for a stevia or a sucralose-free ABC, and this is it. So we just tried it. We just cracked it open and tried it again.
We're going to answer customer service
All right,
tonight.
let's watch this customer service in action.
Thanks for calling Core Nutritionals and American Labs. This is Patrick. How you doing? Doing good, man. How are you? Hey, man, I'm having a hard time hearing. There's a lot of noise in the background. Yeah, it sounds a lot better.
What are we going to do in this time period, Bobby?
Well, I guess, were you able to successfully create the account even though the last name was incorrect? So, like, was the email correct, and was the address correct, and all that information? So,
Or something, I don't know.
dude, you're in these flies lately. People are worried, like, you're zapping flies, you're eating flies.
I don't know if they were flies, there was something falling out of the ceiling.
Some sketch going on.
I can't wait to see what I mean.
We got to get on with these questions.
What are we on? We only have like 15 minutes left in this video. We're gonna have to like speed that section up. Oh wait, are we on this? What are we on? We already did the
We did natural.
Crystal Star Candy.
Right now, the
ABC.
deal, I don't know how fast we're going to get this out, but
Oh, he's gonna get it out. He's gonna do it tonight.
this week, so until the 11th, 12th, till the 12th.
2 ABC, $90. Have to pick at least one of these. Move on. Woo!
Yes, sir. All right.
I'm cooking rice in the background. I can smell it. It smells delicious.
How many weeks should you take to get back to maintenance calories after a cut/contest?
Oh, that's a good. So, generally, in the past, for me, it's almost been as long, time it takes to diet, time to take to return. I actually think that's a little bit of an overkill.
Yeah.
I generally, if I'm dieting 6 months, I would say it's 3 to 4 months until I'm back all in with my calories. People have different philosophies on that. I like to keep it relatively tight. Now, the last competition prep I did, and any other prep that I would do in the future, my lowest point in calories I'm hoping is going to be around 5-6 weeks out. So my calories are already coming up. I'm kind of like reverse dieting into the show would be my goal. So that really helps the transition into off season, because your calories are already up. You don't feel like you're starving, and you don't feel like you have to binge at that point. So that's something that I would recommend. But generally, I would say, if you're dieting 24 weeks, it's going to take you 12 to 16 weeks should take 12 to 16 weeks to get back to your baseline.
Cool. That answers that. What's your favorite poor man's bodybuilding meal?
Ooh.
That's a great question.
We got white rice cooking. We're on this white rice phase in the warehouse. And white rice is super cheap and it's delicious.
Okay, so what else?
We need some protons in there.
Yeah, so what's
protons.
Cheap? Tuna?
I would say tuna, but it's like kind of stinky.
I like tuna.
Yeah, you would like tuna.
Albacore, though,
Yeah, the white, not the chunk.
Not
the solid white, not the chunk light. Yeah, that's the key. Honestly, you can get chicken breasts on special for $1.99 a pound.
Yeah.
So that's pretty darn good. You get 2 meals. You get 2 meals out of a pound of chicken, right? So that's what I would do. I would look for the chicken to go on sale, and then stock up in a deep freezer, and then just do white or brown rice. They're both cheap when you buy in bulk. Cook them at home, instead of like those little baggies that you can microwave, which are easy and convenient. Those are just way more expensive. Rice is super cheap.
Why doesn't Doug go IFBB Pro? It's kind of like, are you competing again?
Well, I haven't won my IFBB Pro card, so that's number one.
If
you know, a lot of people say that, like, why don't you just go on a bunch of stuff and, you know, go to the Mr. Olympia? Like, I don't care. Like, I mean, like, that would be cool, but like, that's not my goal in life to be on Mr. Olympia stage. And like, you know, I've said this before. People have asked me this before. Like, you know, taking that much stuff to be on that stage these days, like, you need to take a lot of stuff, generally, no matter how good your genetics are.
It's too much.
I mean, that really does take a toll on your life, your life expectancy. Like, I got 2 little kids. Like, I want to be around for a long time. Like, I'm just not doing that. Now, if I could do it naturally, I mean, that would be cool. I mean, that would be awesome, and that would be one of my goals if I ever competed again. Would certainly be to win a pro card. So, we'll see.
Speaking of kids, do you have any tips to help balance family with being able to get time in the gym? I'm a new father, and I find it difficult at times to balance it.
Yeah, I mean, that's tough. I mean, I'm in a pretty good position now where I can train whenever I want. I trained at 3 o'clock today. Not everyone has that luxury. So I think the number one thing here is communication with your spouse. So understanding, I mean, both of you should be in the gym. So understanding the importance of going to the gym, you need to communicate that to your spouse, and hopefully your spouse is on board and wants the same, right? And in that case, it's a give and take thing, right? Like, you know, you need to plan when, you know, the times when you can go to the gym and she has to take care of the kids, and obviously there's work, you know, responsibilities here too, and you guys just have to plan it out, right? Like, you're going to take the kids when your wife is crushing it, and vice versa. Or you can plan to go at the same time if they have good, you know, daycare. I mean, it's one of those things where it comes down to communication and planning. And if you don't do that, if you don't have good communication and you don't have planning, or I should say discipline, really, then it's going to be very hard. You know, you got to get into that routine, especially with kids. It's so important. Like, our kids are on a freaking routine. Bath time is a certain time, go to bed at a certain time, and they behave and they love it. They love being on a routine. They know what's going to happen. When they get thrown off of their routine, you know, they're kind of a little cranky. So it helps you as a new parent too to get into that routine. Discipline.
I like it. Any updates on core commodities? Cissus, citrulline, potentially adding KSM 66?
We talked about it. We're just not, we just have so much stuff going on. It's really a low priority. And to be honest with you, we just don't, I mean, the commodities are great for us. Like, we designed commodities around what we want to use. But we don't move a ton of them. We do move a ton of them through our stores, our 9 retail stores. But beyond that, they're not a huge seller for us. So right now we're really focused on kind of our bread and butter products. And we had just a ton of releases. Load, Zap, new flavors, A, B, C, D, and Burn. Next week we have Yankee F and Doodle coming out in the Patriots way.
Which somebody asked, when can you
new
get
flavors,
it?
ABC? Yankee F and Doodle is launching on the 13th, which is next Monday. So we'll be running a deal through Miracle Labs, and it'll also be available at all the nutrition corners. Little tip, if you go by most of the nutrition corners this week, they'll have it. Woo! So you can get it before it's even released.
Somebody asked what supplements you take, but our boy Original Oak comes in.
Well, let me jump back to the Yankee F and Doodle.
Oh, you're not done?
No, not done. Because people don't know what Yankee F and Doodle is.
Doug.
What is Yankee F and Doodle? I'm glad you asked, Patrick. Yankee F and Doodle is like a snickerdoodle flavored protein with real Cinnamon Toast Crunch in it. It's freaking amazing. And the macros are on point. It's only like, what, 5 carbs and,
it's under 150
and like 3 fat, and it's 25 grams of protein. So you can fit that in your macros for sure. That's it. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
Sure.
I'm good.
All
I'm
right.
good.
All right.
Good.
What supplements do you take? But wait, the Original Oak, our boy, the Original Oak.
Mm-hmm.
In case he doesn't answer this, you can go to YouTube. It has a detailed video on it. I think it's called Doug Finally Admits What He Takes, or something like that. Good watch, though. Get ready to take some notes. My boy.
Have we, did we shut off the comments on that video? The comments on that were absolutely... Are you kidding? Dude, that was kind of the point of the... Not the point of the video. We knew there was going to be a lot of just trolls.
No, I want to see the comments.
The comments are ridiculous. Like, people are just mad. Like, they're just angry, right?
We all are. I mean,
but, you know, so here's the funny thing. Like, I've had a number of people message me. Actually, somebody who used to be a core rep messaged me, and he was saying, you know, what's your stack? Are we getting it?
I mean, let's can't let the phone ring, dude.
We can't let
These
the
could
phone
be
ring.
customers. It could be $1 million account. It's the same guy. Steve. Thanks for calling Core Nutritional. This is America Labs. This is Patrick. Oh, hey, Steve.
They're like best buds.
Hey.
Keep that close.
What are you
man.
how are you gonna even fix this, Bobby?
7 o'clock at night.
We got like
calls.
5 minutes. Where were we at? People are gonna be so bored with this video because half of it's just Meaty's
I
customer
do
service
feel like
skills.
it's like one of the worst videos we've done.
I don't think so. Just that
Delete that.
Just that black thing in your teeth is still
I
there.
got it. I thought I got it out.
Let me get that.
All right, hold on. Let's just do a couple more. Where we at? Like 30 minutes? 40 minutes?
Well, his camera's gonna shut off at 30, so we gotta roll, bro.
If you had to pick one test boosting ingredient, what would it be?
Ooh.
He gives examples like fenugreek, KSM-66.
Good question.
Tribulus,
Tribulus, KSM-66,
D-aspartic
D-aspartic
acid, and so on.
None of the above.
Are you gonna
Spilanthes.
say- Ooh, he loves it right now.
I'm on the Spilanthes kick. So we have Spilanthes in Liberty Balls from America Labs. We don't have it in a core product, which is something that I have taken under consideration for maybe future reform or something like that.
I was going to say, if you come out with a third test booster, Kenton's going to kill you.
Yeah, I was going to say, people are going to kill me internally if I bring out another test booster. They're actually some of our biggest selling products. It's just like, we've way too many SKUs. Anyways, Spilanthes, if you don't know what it is, look it up. I guarantee you that's going to be the next really hot product in the test boosting category.
A couple people have asked about being a core nutritionals athlete.
Ooh, good tie-in. We just nailed down our Crush It Tears program. How clever is
Crush
that?
It crew with Crush
Can we
It
get
Tears.
some like Mouseketeer ears right here? Like Crush It Tears, you get it? Crush It Tears, T-I-E-R-S, like a Crush It Tear, but like actual tear. You get it? See where I'm going with this?
I think we got it.
Okay, good. So the Crush It Tears program is our ambassadors program. We're going to be launching that January 1. We're also going to be launching a new website. Part of what we're doing is we are launching on a new platform so we can really manage our affiliates. And this is going to be really cool. So we're excited about this. We get inquiries literally every day of how somebody can be an ambassador for a brand. So we're really excited to be able to get more people involved. It's going to be awesome. Crush It Tears.
I'm really, really excited about it. Ding! Okay. Why doesn't the Aussie get 20% off with the Crush 20? Also, does alcohol affect muscle gain / growth?
Well, it's a shipping profitability issue.
It's very expensive.
I mean, it's
to
super
ship to
expensive.
Australia.
Even like so, our shipping to Australia is $39.99, under $300, and it's free over $300. We always pretty much lose money on shipping to Australia, and we have a phenomenal freaking partner in Australia with Massive Joe's. So we want our Australian friends buying from Massive Joe's or one of the other retailers in Australia. It's just not really efficient to be shipping across the world for single products. But I mean, if you spend $300, you do get a pretty sweet deal, So that's that.
Does alcohol affect muscle gain / growth?
Yeah, there was just a new study released talking about the estrogenic effects of alcohol. I mean, we all knew that, right? But like, there was a new study that just came out. I haven't read the details of it. I just caught a glimpse on like NPR or something like that, but it was just talking about men in bitch tits, basically.
Stay away from that.
That's a technical term, by the way.
I don't think
I'm not just being crude. That's a technical term.
I don't think I'm going to drink alcohol ever again.
Yeah.
If it creates that.
I mean, I think it's more for chronic.
That's why you don't drink, Bobby.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, last question. You ready?
Yep. Let's rock and roll.
What form of BF body fat testing do you do? Do you believe that you're holding water when the skin snaps right back to
Zero.
the abs?
Zero. I'll stop you there.
Even though you're vascular and hard there?
The pinch test.
That it's just more
That's you could do a DEXA scan. That's really the only way to do it accurately, right? A DEXA scan. But honestly, it doesn't matter. I don't do any body fat testing. I go by the mirror and how I feel. I'm very in tune with my body, and you should be too. and I know when I feel softer or when I feel harder. It's as simple as that. And at the end of the day, a number doesn't matter. It's just a general guide. So I like to use different guides: the scale, the mirror, and how I feel.
I think the pinch test does work if you're just measuring the skin folds, though.
Yeah, and you have to be consistent. It has to be the same person doing it at the same time of day with the same hydration levels and all of that. Because it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Cool.
But forget what he said. Listen to what I said. Until next time, Mr. Douglas out. That's what you're supposed to say. Meaty thighs out.
Exotic meat.
Exotic meat. This is our new exotic meat friend. He's Wagyu. A5 prime grade Japanese Wagyu. Exotic meat. Until next time.
Come to a country near you.
Keep crushing it.
That's too much sauce. Protect the leak, the plain one. That's too much sauce.